Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to yet more F1 driver transfer news, although I'm pretty sure this won't come as too much of a shock to most of you. Yes, following the announcement that Valtteri Bottas will be leaving Mercedes at the end of the year to go and race for Alfa Romeo, Mercedes has now finally confirmed that George Russell will team up with Lewis Hamilton from next season. The worst kept secret in the paddock since Lance Stroll's impending move to Racing Point is now finally official. Let's do the news as ever first before I have a good old waffle about all of this. The team statement confirming the news says that Russell has signed a long-term contract, no great surprise there, with Mercedes praising his work ethic and performance during his time at Williams. And in that same press release, George is quoted as saying, "It is a special day for me personally and professionally, but also a day of mixed emotions. I'm excited and humbled to be joining Mercedes next year, which is a huge career step, but it also means I'll be saying goodbye to my teammates and friends at Williams. Looking ahead to next season, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't absolutely buzzing. It's a huge opportunity and one I want to grab with both hands. My target must be to reward the trust that Toto, the team and the board have placed in me by ensuring I play my part in continuing that success, and I want to do my new teammates proud." Of course, one of those new teammates, in my opinion, is the greatest driver of all time. I've looked up to Lewis since I was in go-karts, and the opportunity to learn from someone who has become a role model both on and off track can only benefit me as a driver, a professional, and a human being. He went on to add that he is, for now, obviously focused on the rest of the season and his final races for Williams. Toto Wolff reiterated what he said after it was announced that Bottas was leaving, insisting that it wasn't a straightforward decision to make the change, but he is looking forward to 2022 and is confident that as the relationship between Hamilton and Russell grows, they will form a strong pairing and deliver for the team. That is not all for the news today, though, because AlphaTauri has also confirmed its lineup for 2022, and just like the Russell announcement, you can probably file this one under expected news, but the team will stick with both Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda for next season. The press release stated that consistency and stability are crucial heading into F1's new era, and AlphaTauri feels the current duo have worked well together this season and will deliver good results going forward. And I mean, to be fair, Gasly has been fantastic since returning to the team, so keeping hold of him is a no-brainer, and he's been doing a great job this season in particular. Tsunoda, though, has struggled at times, but there is little doubt that he has some impressive raw speed and a lot of potential, and it takes more than one season to develop a young rookie driver, so it does make a lot of sense for the team to stick with him for another year, especially if, as seems to be the case, Albon isn't an option for Red Bull, and if Red Bull feels the likes of Lawson and Vips aren't quite ready yet. That is it then, the cat is out of the bag. I mean, look, this has been coming for a while now, and as much as I love a little bit of gossip and speculation, as I'm sure you've noticed, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of relieved this is all done now and we can almost move on. First off, I just want to reiterate what I said on Monday. Now feels like the right time for Mercedes to be making a driver lineup change. Bottas was a good teammate for Lewis Hamilton and did a solid job, I'm not going to deny that, doing his part to help the team win the last 4 Constructors' titles. However, as harsh as this may sound, honestly, I'm just being realistic, but I've never believed he was the driver to lead that team post-Hamilton, and so it's time for them to start looking to the future and preparing for when Hamilton calls it a day, which he will eventually. The world champion has a 2-year deal, and so putting Russell in that car alongside him gives the team time to assess him properly. It also gives George a couple of years to learn from a 7-time champion, maybe 8 next year, of course, we'll see. And that is only going to be a massive benefit for him. There is an element of risk to this in some ways, specifically when you consider the big rule changes coming next year, which is one of the main reasons I think there was an argument for keeping Bottas. Stability and experience ahead of the shake-up next season, in my head anyway, makes a lot of sense, but like I say, the team has to start preparing for the future, and now is the right time to bring Russell in. And let's face it, his performance at Sakir last season was so impressive, especially when you consider the lack of time he had to prepare, and the fact he barely fit in that car. Add that to the progress he made at Williams through 2019, 2020, and indeed this year, and it was not quite a no-brainer for Mercedes, but he made it difficult for them to say no to promoting him. I mean, look, you could easily argue that this season has been Russell's breakthrough year. It's certainly been his best in F1 to date. He's been consistently getting into Q2 and making it into Q3 as well a few times. And then you look at things like his stunning lap at Spa to grab that P2 on the grid, which turned out to be his first career podium. And he's picked up 13 points so far this year. All of that in a Williams. Sure, it's the best Williams car he's ever driven, no doubt about that. but it's not a top car by any stretch of the imagination. I'd argue 8th quickest at best. And he's been driving the wheels off it for some great performances and some great results. Don't get me wrong, he still has a hell of a lot to learn and a long way to go, but he's got the raw speed and the potential and has proven that over the last few years. I can't wait to see how he goes up against Hamilton, and it's going to be fascinating to see how much the dynamic shifts at Mercedes from next year as well. Yeah, okay, right now Russell will be seen as a number 2 and will probably initially be expected to fill that role. But if, and it is a big if right now, but if he is closer to Lewis than Valtteri was, things could change. He could, who knows, end up on an equal footing. He could end up out the door. He could end up as number 1. We don't know what's going to happen. And it has the potential to get very spicy indeed. Of course, though, that is all speculation at this stage, as if I wasn't excited enough for 2022. This silly season has just added even more excitement and anticipation to it. And we've still got the rest of this brilliant season to enjoy yet as well. Bring it all on. I'm quite happy to keep going. I don't really know what else to say, though, on all of this that I haven't already said in streams and garage gossip videos. So I will move on to avoid repeating myself too much. As always, though, just a quick reminder that these are just initial reaction videos, and I'm sure I'll have more to say on it all in the coming weeks. In terms of what's next for silly season, it's all eyes on Williams and Alpha, really, although the latter is apparently in no rush to make a call. The reported candidates for the Williams seat are Nick de Vries and Alex Albon, as I'm sure you know, but Jos Capito has said the team has more options than just those two. It does seem increasingly likely that Latifi will stay, by the way, so it will be fascinating to see who ends up alongside him. I predicted de Vries a few weeks back, but I'd probably say that right now, Albon looks the more likely, or at least is the favourite based on everything that was said across the Dutch Grand Prix weekend. Although it still seems to be a fight between Horner and Wolff over who will get first dibs on that seat, even though Horner has 4 seats to stick drivers in. But anyway, let's not open that can of worms again. It is also reported in Italy that Albon is Williams' first choice, but Wolff isn't keen on him joining a Mercedes-powered team with his Red Bull ties, so wants them cut, and I'm sure that all has nothing to do with him wanting to put de Vries in there. I'm not really sure which way this one's going to go, if I'm being honest, and maybe Williams will opt for somebody else instead, but I'm sure we will find out soon enough. As for when, well, some reports claim it could be as early as this week, but I feel there's still plenty of arguing to be done between Horner and Wolff. And you know what? If they can't reach an agreement, maybe we should get them to do hot laps around Singapore on the F1 2021 game and fastest time wins the seat, or, you know, just give it to Stoff. It's the logical choice. But anyway, that is it for this quick news reaction video, but you can, as always, let me know your thoughts on Russell's move to Mercedes in the comments down below, and who do you think will be racing at Williams next season? Now, I will be back soon with another video, actually Thursday with the Italian Grand Prix preview, if we don't get any more driver transfer news. In the meantime, though, if you did enjoy this one, then please do leave a like, as it really helps give the channel a boost, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos or streams. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean, this has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.